Lambeau Field, one of the most historic stadiums in all the league, and sometimes host to some of the coldest weather conditions we have seen, will be our site for this one between Chicago and Green Bay. We'll now go to Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth for our call. Guys?
We'll have some snow in the forecast for today's game. Welcome, everyone. Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth here for the call. Chris, looks like the weather will be an issue.
A couple of things I've learned over the years is that the offense in the snow has an advantage because the pass rushers are slowed just a little bit, and eventually those defensive backs tend to slip coming in and out of breaks.
And I have to say, when we were watching these two teams in warm-ups, you can see they couldn't wait to get after each other, Chris.
I talked to both of these coaches earlier in the week, and the funny thing is, every time I come out of a conversation with one coach, I'm sure that team's going to win. And then I go talk to the other coach, and I'm sure that team's going to win. So I basically don't know what's going to happen today.
Single set backfield. Little handoff. Huge hit. Benson gets about 4 yards on the play. Second down, 6 yards to go. Offset I formation in the backfield. He drops back. Harris gets the pick. Hit hard at the 26-yard line. What a big-time play. I can't believe he hung on to it.
Well, we're going to have to quit using that old cliche about cornerbacks and defensive backs not being able to catch the football. That was some play that time.
From the 26-yard line. The backfield is in the offset I formation. It's the tailback. Tackle at the 16. Looks to be about a 9-yard gain. That brings up second down. Short yardage situation here, 2nd and a yard. And they'll run him again. He's tackled right around the 12-yard line. And he goes for a short gain.
If you're running back and your big offensive line keeps pounding those things in there like that, keep converting these first downs, it really starts to wear down a defense.
First down, looking to throw. This pass is incomplete. Probably not the best place to try to squeeze the ball into.
Yeah, I think he would have needed a jackhammer to get that one in there. That was tight coverage.
They line up in the I formation. Rodgers hands it off straight ahead. He's brought down at the 7. The running back picks up 6 on that play. They'll need 7 for the score. The Packers come out in the single back formation, 3 receivers wide. Drops back to the end zone. He jumps, makes the catch, touchdown. The quarterback threw a pretty ball there for the touchdown.
And we've talked about his arm strength, but his accuracy keeps showing through in this game. That was beautifully delivered.
So they're ready for the extra point. Set down. The kick is up. Here's your drive summary for that last series. Crosby looks to send this one deep. Davis and Hester are deep to return this kick. The kick is away. And the referee will give us the call on the field after that errant kick.
The ball was kicked off illegally out of bounds. He placed the 40-yard line.
And it wasn't what he had in mind when he kicked it.
Whack,
First down.
whack. That was a duck. That was not pretty right there. I'm always amazed that these field goal kickers, they can kick it between the uprights, can't keep it on the field for a kickoff.
And they'll line this one up with 2 tight ends. The defense has him surrounded. Had his hands on it and dropped it. Almost a catch, but he had it pop right out of there.
And that's so frustrating as a wide receiver. You know you're going to get hit on the play. Just wrap it up, make the catch, and go to the ground.
Grossman lines up under center. 3 receivers are split out wide. He doesn't get back to the line. He couldn't get anywhere on that one.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to admit defeat on a play as a running back and just try and get that thing back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 15. Ball on the 35. From the gun. He's looking to throw. Looks for a man open. And they get to him. I have to say they're going to have to protect the quarterback a little better than this, or it's going to be a long game for him.
You got to be kidding me. You can't keep letting your big money quarterback get hit like that. He's going to be out of the game. That's one of those situations the quarterback gets back in the huddle and he starts looking around at the guys like, you want to earn your paycheck today?
Maynard to punt. He punts it. Fielded at the 9. Defense pushes him out of bounds at the 40. He almost was able to take that one back for a score.
Man, that guy is fast. I'd hate to be one of those coverage guys trying to chase him down. A couple more steps, and he would have definitely been gone for 6.
Rodgers gives it up the middle. He's tackled around the 44-yard line. 5-yard gain, and that will bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 5. Ball on their own 44. The backfield is in the offset I formation. On the ground with a tailback. Brought down at the 45. The running back picks up a yard on that counter. Four yards for a first here on 3rd down. Nickel defense. Back to pass. He throws right. Makes the reception. And they get him at the 47-yard line. And they'll wind up just a little short of the first on the play.
Oh, that's a killer there. You think you've got the perfect play called, you get the completion, and you still come up just barely short of the first down. Now what do?
He gets it away. It'll go out at the 19. And that was just an excellent punt.
He really did a nice job there, pinning them back inside their own 20. Anytime you can force an offense to start inside their own 20, it really gives you an edge.
1st and 10. Grossman is lined up under center. 2 tight ends in the formation. He's running out of time. He's dropped at the 37. A good play to the tight end that time.
And tight ends are so big that as coverage people, it's tough to figure out how to defend them. If you're on their left side, they throw it to their right side. If you're behind them, they throw it in front. Tight ends are tough to cover.
Chicago sets up in the I. Gives it off. He gets out to about the 38-yard line. Halfback picks up a yard. They line up at the 38. We played a quarter. The score is 7-0. Let's take a look at the coaching matchup. Here's a look at our first coach in this one. Benson again. Tackled at about the 45-yard line. Benson picks up about 7 yards there after getting the ball on the misdirection. Short yardage situation here. They'll need a little less than a yard to convert. They'll go with the run once again. And that was just enough for the first down.
Yeah, he really didn't have an opportunity to break that one, but at least he was able to get enough for the first down and move the chains.
First down now and 10 to go. Ball on the 48. Chicago lines up in the offset eye this time. Brought down right around the 48-yard line. A pickup of about 3.
Well, that was the perfect time for them to call a blitz. They got in there, filled up all the gaps, brought down the running back for a short gain.
Second and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 49-yard line. Lines up with 4 wide. The defense calls an audible. Gets it off. He's dropped at the 32-yard line. Nice play there to pick up the first down.
And he went way up to snag that one. That was a pretty catch.
First and 10. Ball on the 32. Benson is the lone setback. 3 receivers in the formation. Moves forward. Is there for the catch. They just couldn't get to the quarterback in time.
It's one of the dangers. You bring those extra defenders trying to get after the quarterback, and you're going to leave some man coverage on the outside. That time the quarterback able to take advantage.
Let's see if their play calling changes now that they're in the red zone for the first time. He's hit hard on the play. A 2-yard carry by the fullback. We're at play number 9 on the current drive. Green Bay lines up with 5 defensive backs. Drops back to pass. And he has plenty of room. They finally bring him down, and it's first and goal. Nice job by the quarterback to hit the tight end for a decent gain.
You know, tight ends may not come up with those real explosive plays down the field all the time, but they sure are a nice target for the quarterback.
Play fake. Passes to the end zone. A nice play as the offense gets it in through the air.
The passing game is really completely different once you get inside that 10-yard line. You don't have time to sit and hold the ball. That time he got it out quickly and got it in there for the touchdown.
And this for the tie. The defense lines up with 5 defensive backs. The kick is up. Extra point is good. And we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. He kicks it off from the 5-yard line. Brought down at the 29-yard line. They could do nothing against this defense on their previous drive. They'll go to work at the 29-yard line. First down, 10 to go. Drops back on first down with the throw. Can't stay in bounds, incomplete pass. The quarterback led the receiver just a little too much.
Yeah, he put a little too much on that pass and forced the receiver to make the catch out of bounds.
They line up at the 29. The Packers with 4 receivers. Drops back to pass. Makes the short throw. He's tackled at the 37. Nothing wrong with that pass. He goes for a good gain.
You know, and when you talk to some of these receivers, they say the real strength of this quarterback is that he throws a very, very catchable ball.
They line up at the 37. Rodgers is in the shotgun. He has 4 receivers. They'll throw for the first. It's completed. What a brutal hit. How about that completion?
Boy, did that quarterback stand in there firm that time. He knew the pressure was coming. He knew he was going to get hit. He didn't care. Took advantage for a big play.
Green Bay is going with the offset eye backfield. Grant, the ball carrier. He's brought down on the 26-yard line. Grant gains around 6 yards on the run. They line up at the 26. Rodgers lines up in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Rodgers drops back to pass. Leaping catch. Well, that was one of the best catches that you'll see all day.
And when you're trying to catch those high, hard ones, you just don't know what's going to happen to your body. I tell you, you haven't lived until you caught one of those and had one of those clowns flip you upside down.
Drops back to pass. End zone. Just clanks right off his hand. An excellent job by the defense of disrupting that last play.
And that was really on the wide receiver. Not much of a route, very little separation, and gave the defense a chance to make that play.
The Packers come out in a single back formation. Back to throw. Hit as he let go of the ball. Jennings was the intended receiver, but the pass fell incomplete. So another third down upcoming for the offense. The Packers line up with 3 wide. Looking to throw. Looking for an open man. He's there for the catch. Chicago takes a timeout, and that was their first timeout. This isn't much more than an extra point. This one is from 24 yards out. Kick is up, and he makes it. Good kick that time as he puts it right through. And now we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. The kick is away. Hester fields it at the goal line. He's hammered at the 30. Carried along by their dominant vertical game, they were able to put one in the end zone on their last drive. They'll take over at the 30. Grossman lines up in the gun. He has 3 receivers in the formation. Goes through his read. With the catch. Tackled at midfield. Great time for that type of pass. It worked to perfection.
And that was a nice job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback enough time to survey the field and find the open guy.
They'll throw on first down. Pass completed. Brought down at the 47-yard line. Not much of a gain at all on that first down completion.
Pretty tough sometimes when a quarterback is looking at his first read, it's not there. The second read is there, but he knows his guy is going to get hit immediately afterwards, and that's what happened there. They took away the first and second read.
Throws short. He took a shot at the 32-yard line. Not too bad a pass there.
Not too bad at all. And sometimes those little touch throws are actually more difficult than the bullet passes. Kind of hard to come up with the timing to hit the receiver right in stride, but that was well thrown.
And we've come to halftime here. The score is 10-7.
Well, it's been a tight game. Neither team could seem to get any separation. Here's a few clips on how good this one has been so far.
Decent kick. Taken from the 10. He's tackled at the 35. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. Looks to pass. Looks down the field. He goes up high for the catch. Nice little pickup on that pass pattern.
And I really shouldn't feel this way, but I get a little nervous every time this guy goes up to make a catch, you know, because he's had a little bit of a history of dropping some balls, but today doing a nice job hanging on and a big play there.
And they get him around the 47-yard line. And that'll be enough to move the sticks.
Well, he just lowered his head and followed those big offensive linemen. It sounds kind of funny to hear talk about the quarterback lowering his head, but he's a tough guy. He got it done.
First down, looking to throw. He lays it out there. And it's incomplete. What an effort out there. He just got his hands in there and broke it up.
I love watching the closing speed of this defense. When they see the ball, they go get it.
They line up at the 47. Rodgers comes up to the line with 4 receivers split out wide. And the defense has a heavy rush. Incomplete pass this time. That's definitely a play that's worth another look. Chris, why don't you break things down a little using the EA Sports Facts? Third down now, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 47. Rodgers will look to throw. Looks to his left, lays it up there. He's dropped at the 23-yard line. How about that pass play?
I love seeing those little touch passes like that. I mean, that is just a thing of beauty. It takes so much work to get that kind of timing down between a quarterback and receiver.
They hand it off. And he just got hammered. Grant gets 3 yards on the play.
Man, oh man, that's what those defensive guys live for right there. A shot like that, and then they always get up and have a little something to say to you as you're going back to the huddle.
Back to pass. Gets the pass out. And he's depleted at the 13. That was a nice catch. He went up leaving his body susceptible to the hit, but he came down with it and got a first down.
And there you see just a little bit of how tremendous these athletes are in the NFL. The ability to go up above the defense and make a play like that, that was fun to watch.
Another run. He gets out to about the 12-yard line. And he gets a yard on the run. 11 yards out. The Packers set up in the gun. Looking to throw. Looks for a man open. Dropped an easy one. Oh my, the quarterback is lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, you try and fit some of those into some tight holes, and every once in a while, you're going to get one pick, but that was a pretty good play by the defense.
Rodgers lines up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers this time. He drops back. Passes. End zone. Can't complete it. And now let's take another look at that one using EA Sports Backtrack. And he makes it. I had my doubts about that kick.
Yeah, he just squeezed that one in there, didn't he? I'm sure he's going to be exhaling for about the next 30 seconds.
Not a bad kick. It's fielded at the 2. They get him at the 28-yard line. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. Grossman steps to the line of scrimmage. They'll come up in an I this time. He throws left. He's brought down at the 38. They hook up for a pretty good gain on that one. Nice pass.
Yeah, good pass and good confidence by the quarterback there. He saw the opening. He knew there was a spot that he could get that in there, but you could see he had the confidence to let this receiver make a play, and that's really what pro football is all about.
He steps out at the 49-yard line. Everything seemed to work perfectly on that one.
And that's a pattern that this team likes to run. You know they've been studying that all week on film, and yet they still can't stop it.
Grossman is under center. They'll line up in single back. And he will lose yardage on the play. Tried to find something, but there wasn't anything there for him.
Yeah, not anything at all. And as a running back, you're probably going back to the huddle going, guys, a little help, please.
Grossman comes to the line under center. Three wide formation. Clark moves in motion. Looks to pass. Fumble. Williams scoops it. That was a fortunate bounce for the offense.
Every once in a while, you just have to have a little luck, and they're lucky to get that one back.
3rd and long now after the sack. Grossman lines up in the gun. He has 3 receivers in the formation. Short throw to the left. Tackled at the 43-yard line. Still not quite enough, however. They'll still be facing 4th down. It's 4th down. The Bears ready to punt this one away. Maynard awaits the snap. He didn't get all of that one. This one's going to go out of bounds at the 37-yard line. The offense was only able to muster a field goal on their last drive. We'll see what they do with this possession. Single back formation. Rodgers dropping back. He rolls right. And they got him. And here's a perfect opportunity to take a closer look at that last play. Here's Chris Collinsworth with EA Sports Backtrack. It's 2nd and long. Ball on the 28-yard line. The Packers come out in the shotgun. There are 3 receivers wide. He drops back, looking for a receiver. And he's out of bounds, incomplete. He caught that one out of bounds.
Well, you can see the receiver doing all he could to keep his feet in bounds, but that pass just let him out of bounds.
Now they'll face a 3rd and long. Ball on their own 28. He drops back to pass. Looking for an open man. Completed. He's tackled at about the 39-yard line. 4th down coming up as the offense goes 3 and out.
And let's give the defense credit there. I thought they did a great job disguising the look. The quarterbacks, the receivers, they just looked confused. They didn't have it figured out pre-snap going into those plays.
It's 4th down. The Packers lining up to punt. Gets the punt away. It'll go out at the 30. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. They'll take over at the 30. 1st down, 10 to go. Grossman steps to the line of scrimmage. Single backfield this time. Gets it off. He didn't get back to the line. Quarterback did a nice job recognizing the play and getting in there for the stop.
For me, there's nothing more impressive in football than to see a cover quarterback able to come up and make the stops on the run. That's a complete football player.
Another run. Brought down at the 28-yard line. Nowhere to go on the delay. Pretty obvious passing down here. The offense facing a 3rd and long situation that they need to convert. Grossman drops back. Makes the throw out to his right. He's brought down at the 44-yard line. There was some heat on that pass.
Yeah, he scored a few style points with that one, but more importantly, they pick up the first down.
The backfield is in the offset I formation. And they get him at the 45. Benson gets about a yard on the play. They line up at the 45. They'll come out in the I. Drops back to pass. He throws it. Wide open, and he can't hang on. Heskert was unable to make the catch on that pass attempt. Big down for the offense as they try to make up the deficit here in the fourth quarter. Grossman drops back. Scans the field. Off-target pass. Peterson was his intended target on that one, but they can't complete the pass. Fourth down. They'll line up to punt this one away. Maynard is the punter. He punts it. Fielded at the 19. He got everything he could, but there really wasn't much there.
Boy, he hardly had any room to do anything there. They've got to come up with a better scheme or some better blockers or something. This guy's a good punt returner. He's just not getting any help at all from his teammates.
They'll throw on first down. Makes the catch. The 50. At the 40. To the 20. To the 10. They'll score. Touchdown. That's 2 touchdowns for the wide receiver.
You know, I even enjoy watching these two guys in pregame warm-up. They didn't let a single ball, just warming up, hit the ground today. And I know that may sound trivial, but you can just tell from the beginning of the day, they were on.
Lining up for the point after. Point after is good. With about 3 minutes of play remaining here in the fourth quarter. Score, the Packers 20, the Bears 7. Crosby will send this one deep. He kicks it. He'll take it from the 2. That was a great hit. He wasn't getting away from that one. The defense could do no wrong the last time this team had the ball. The offense will take over at the 27. 1st and 10. Green Bay brings in their nickel package. First down, looking to throw. The pass falls incomplete. He was hurried on that last play.
You bring a little pressure, and it impacts quarterbacks, and we saw it there.
They line this one up in shotgun. 4 wide receivers are split out in the formation. And the defense has a heavy rush. Benson was the intended receiver, but they can't complete the pass. It's 3rd down, 10 yards for a first. Ball on the 27. Back to pass. Looks for a man open. Oh, and they got him. He just really showed off his speed and quickness on that.
Playing defensive end is all about the get-off. Can you anticipate the snap count, turn the corner, even if you don't get the sack, at least force that quarterback to step up so those big defensive tackles can get him.
He gets it away. Blackman takes it at the 47. He got deep cleated. What happened to the coverage there, Chris?
Oh, come on. They completely lost containment on that guy. I mean, you just can't let that happen. I'll be honest. They were really lucky they didn't give up a touchdown on that one.
Tackled at the 41-yard line. Not much there. That'll bring up 2nd down. We've got 2nd and 9 here. Green Bay comes out with 3 receivers in a single back formation. Gets the pass away. Drops the easy pick. Driver was the intended receiver, but the pass fell incomplete. Here's 3rd and 9. Ball on the 41-yard line. Jackson lines up as the single back. There are 4 receivers split out wide. And it's knocked down. And the pass will fall incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And those are the kind of big 3rd down plays you have to have on defense to get the ball back and give your team a chance on offense.
He punts it. It'll go out at the 12. The offense takes the field, hoping to put something together after their last drive ended in a 3-and-out. The offense lines this one up in shotgun. 3 wide receivers in the formation. He's looking to throw. Throws it short. There for the catch. We have 2 minutes left to play in this game. These days, you need a back who has good hands.
Yeah, running backs today have to be really complete players. You mentioned the fact they have to be able to catch the football and make plays on the outside, but blocking is so key as well. You have to be able to do it all if you're going to be playing halfback in the NFL.
It's picked. He's brought down at the 47-yard line. Not a good decision there to throw that.
Yeah, that was a mistake, but at least this guy is out there trying to make plays. He's trying to fit in throws. Every once in a while, the defense just makes a play.
The Packers come out showing 3 wide. Passes it out. Pass is complete. Chicago calls a timeout, and they've got 2 remaining. First down now and 10 to go. The defense sets up in the nickel. Back to throw. He didn't get his feet set as he threw. Brought down at the 24-yard line. You can tell these guys practice that play quite a bit.
Yeah, I can remember hearing stories about old-time players in the NFL that literally they could go out in the pitch black and make throws and catches without really even seeing the ball. That's the kind of timing we're seeing today.
He's dropped at about the 19-yard line. 4-yard gain by the back. Second down, 6 yards to go. Green Bay get a 4-wide set. Drops back. Looks down the field. And he caught it. And they get him at about the 9-yard line. What happened there, Chris?
Well, they got caught in man-to-man coverage on that play, and I couldn't tell if the defender slipped a little bit or not. Maybe he just got beat on the play.
From the 10-yard line. Rodgers is in the shotgun. 3-wide formation. Rodgers has completed every pass on this drive. So instead of running out the clock, they elect to pass, and I got to say, scratching my head on that.
Well, that makes 2 of us because the risk of throwing an incompletion or even an interception there far outweighs the benefits of trying to throw that football.
They line up on the 10. Grant is the deep back as they line up in the I. Tackle at the 1. Ground might have been shaken up a bit on the play. From the 1-yard line. I don't think there's any question as to how this offense wants to pick up this first down. Gets in for the touchdown. Good call on the quarterback sneak as he burrows his way into the end zone.
Those quarterbacks always have a little smile on their face when they're calling the quarterback sneak in the huddle. They know their life now depends on the big guys up front.
Lining up for the point after. It's good. With just over a minute to go in the 4th quarter, the score is the Packers 27, the Bears 7. And here's the kick. Olsen fields it at the 31. Hit and dropped at the 45. It'll be interesting to see how this quarterback reacts after throwing an interception on his last drive. Grossman back in the shotgun. Drops back. Throws right. Picked off, and that should do it. To the 20, to the 10. He's in for the score. What a huge turn of events on that one.
Not only was that a tremendous interception, but when he got the ball in his hand, he looked like he knew what to do with it. What a run.
And they line up for the extra point. Point after is good. Green Bay with a commanding lead. And they look ready to kick this one deep. The kick is away. Fielded at the 4. He's hammered at the 29-yard line. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. Fakes the run. And it's completed. Great open field tackle.
Throws complete. Gain of 12.
Benson is the single setback. Setting up play action. Picked off, and that will seal it up. No one in front of him. To the 20. To the 10. And this blowout just got even bigger. What an interception for this defense.
You know, it's bad enough offensively to throw an interception, but you can't let the guy run down the field for a touchdown. You have to turn into a defensive player at that point. They did not make that transition.
Here's the point after. And the point after is missed. Green Bay up by a bunch. Here's the kick. Hester fields it at the 11. Drilled at the 33. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. They'll have one more chance for the end zone. Back to pass. Throws left. Oh, and he drops it. Risky throw right there.
But a quarterback has to be a better decision maker than that. There's no way he was going to get that one in.
They have one more shot. Let's see if their prayers will be answered with a good old Hail Mary. He's sacked. They're going to have to figure out a way to block him, or he's going to keep getting back there.
You know, I couldn't agree more. This is one of those guys that's sneaky fast. Even when I watch him on tape, he looks fast and he looks talented, but then you see him in person, and all of a sudden he's turning that corner so much faster. I think the same thing's happened to this offensive line. They weren't ready for this.
He drops back. Throws middle. And he's hammered at the 43-yard line. This one will finally be over. Our score, the Packers 40, the Bears 7.
Thanks. And here's a look at your key plays in this game. Well, thanks again for joining us for another great game of Madden NFL 09. We'll see you next game.